Geek Myths, a novel about life, love, and the pursuit of sonic screwdrivers. Available in paperback and Kindle edition from Amazon.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time, talking about the Diary of River Song Series 6. I know, Series 6. There was a time when we didn't think we'd have any River Song at all. As always, it's starring Alex Kingston and Claudia Grant. It came out in August this year, but in October it'll be available on general sale. River Song has many ways to amuse herself away from her husband, and with access to the Doctor's diary, she knows exactly when he might be around, and when to slip in unnoticed and liberate valuable trinkets. But first of all, she must ensure he makes it out of Totters Lane alive. That's the basic setup for this box set. What you've got is you've got 4 classic Doctor Who stories that have existed on TV, and then you've got River Song's how do I describe this? Parallel storyline that's happening at exactly the same time as the televised Doctor Who story, but it's River Song centric. Whether the Doctor appears or not, obviously, that's going to be up to you to listen to. But I will go through these one at a time. An Unearthly Woman by Matt Fitton. Clearly, this is going to be a parallel with An Unearthly Child. Episode 1 of Doctor Who. Not Cave of Skulls, that would be a really weird parallel storyline, but it would be doable. Here's the synopsis. Coal Hill School has a new staff member, an educated woman who seems to specialise in every subject. Meanwhile, teachers Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright have concerns over the behaviour of one of their pupils. Susan Foreman is intrigued by Dr. Song, but something else is stalking her in the darkness and fog of 1963. It's a cracking story, and it deals with race and a lot of things that you just don't kind of get in the original Doctor Who. Now, and this is not a rewritten history or a fictional past or any other New Model Army lyric. No, this is something better. Yes, you've got the original storyline happening, and we've got the cast from the first Doctor stories, the Bradley Doctor, running parallel with the whole thing. Works beautifully. Truly, it's a thing to be reckoned with, because I thought, oh yeah, we've got one story for this and one story for this and one story for this, I know where this is going. No, just put your brain in neutral, let it wash over you, have a beautiful time, because it lets you go back and you go, right, I'm going to watch these stories again, and knowing that this is happening parallel to the stories on the screen just makes them even better. Now, obviously, I don't want to say what is stalking anyone in the fog of 1963, but that does work. The second story, well, The Web of Time by John Dorney. Here's the synopsis for that one. The capital has been evacuated. Monsters stalk the underground. For River, it's the perfect opportunity to steal a priceless artwork, so long as she can avoid the looters, soldiers, and an alien invasion. With the gallant Captain Knight at her side, River faces the Great Intelligence and its Yeti army, but her biggest challenge may be keeping time itself on track. Everyone likes the Yeti story. Everyone likes the fact that... No one likes the fact that there are missing episodes. 2 of them at last count. That could hopefully change one day. But it's nice that this story exists, and Captain Knight's giving a lovely expansion to the role. It's just glorious. Everyone likes the Yeti stories, and, well, I know somebody will email in and say I don't, but you're wrong. Leave it there. Because this story happens at the same time, and yes, the Great Intelligence is after the Doctor, but that's fine, because that takes us back to a Matt Smith story, and so on, and so on, and it's all caused by waving a lunchbox in the air. I know, curious. Number 3 in this lovely set is Peep Show by Guy Adams. A synopsis. Miniscope parts fetch quite a price on the open market. Luckily, River knows where she can find one that's about to be decommissioned. Unfortunately, this particular miniscope is chock full of aliens, as well as unexpected earthlings. River must face a carnival of monsters before she can claim her prize. Across miniature habitats, ogrons, centaurans, and drashigs await. Yes, everyone's going to the same place as me, which is, hang on, didn't the Doctor rescue everyone? But that is covered here, and it makes total sense. Because let's face it, the one thing that can be relied on is that the Third Doctor still has holes in his memory, although he tries to hide these things, and he isn't quite as self-assured as he likes to make out. So that is story number 3. It's great. I mean, it's so much better than you think on paper. Now, I know that this story is, for a lot of people, thanks to the 5 Faces of Doctor Who, especially in the UK, people's first experience of the Third Doctor. It was mine, definitely. And yes, we've got a Third Doctor played by Tim, and that's great. It still works, it still fits, and it's still beautiful. So, yes, you've got some great Centaurian antics going on, and the Ogrons are always worth a laugh. Which brings us to the end of this box set, The Talents of Greel by Paul Morris. This story, as you can probably guess, is a parallel with The Talons of Wen Chiang. River visits Victorian London on the trail of an anachronistic technology, but when young women are stolen from the streets, she takes a stand. River's investigation leads to the theatre impresario Henry Gordon Jago and his latest star act Li Shin Chen and the unnerving Mr. Sin. But if River's going undercover at the Palace Theatre, she needs to have a song. Yes, River sings in this. It's worth the price of admission just to hear the song. Truly, it is. And you know what? I don't care that other people might be going, what, eh? No, let's not have a musical. It makes sense. It's a music hall story. But that's not the fixation point on this one. That's just something that happens in passing. You've got a brilliant storyline that actually sounds better than the original. And I know, and that's The Talons of Wen Chiang. Yes, certain casting choices have been made so much better, so much more palatable, shall we say, to our 21st century eyes. But that's just to be expected because Big Finish, by their very essence, know what they're doing. It's a cracking box set, so much better than I originally thought when I saw the cover. Oh, here we go again, more River song, more nonsense. No, none of that at all. It's great. And it will make you go back and watch the original classic series stories one more time. And that can't be a bad thing, can it? I'll play the trailer and let you decide for yourself, and come back very soon, as always, probably to talk about Doctor Who or something equally exciting. So until next time, be seeing you.
Oh, hello. Sorry to startle you. I've been assigned to Totters Lane, temporarily. WPC Pond.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. The Diary of River Song, Series 6.
Call me River.
Really? An unusual name. Almost Romany.
Nah, well, that's what we call aerobics.
That was fun, this song.
What sort of gun is that?
A very good one. But sadly, it won't hold them back forever.
So what do we do?
We haven't got time for this.
Silence!
She's trying to save you. She's space animal welfare.
I said silence!
Sir! Sir, they're ready this way.
Get back!
Open fire!
Did somebody call for the cavalry?
Professor Song, seize her!
She must not escape!
Henry?
Miss Song, are you following me?
Mr. Jago and
River Song.
Charm.
You get here earlier and earlier, Chang.
Well, you know what I always say. If in doubt, shoot it!
Big Finish. We love stories.
The audience is crying out. Please hear this stark entreaty.
I'm listening. It's flattering, but nothing doing, sweetie. I cannot wait. I have to go. Goodbye and au revoir.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet.
Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.